Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Namaste, everyone. Myself, Hina Sharma, and I am connected to Swasti from last 3.5 years. Um, Today, we are going to start our session with a prayer. So I would request everyone, please sit straight. We are going to start with Omkar chanting. Keeping your spine straight, eyes closed, hands in Dhyan Mudra on your knees. Take a deep breath. Exhale slowly. Inhale. Exhale. We are going to start Omkar, 3 rounds. Inhale. Join your palms for Patanjali Stavan. Inhale. Yogin chittasya padin vacha malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarotam pravaram munina patanjalin pranjaliranatosme. Gently rub your palms, place them on your eyes, absorb the energy, slowly open your eyes. Namaste once again, and Swasti Yoga Center welcomes you all for Global Yoga Festival as we are celebrating 75 years of India's independence and launching a year-long celebration from August 2021 to commemorate 75 years of independence with a slew of programs for global audience, encouraging yoga for health and well-being. We have more than 8 categories, 50 plus topics, 75 programs or workshops are there. 50 plus speakers are there, 30 plus countries would be participating. There are different activities we are going to conduct, like there would be yoga and wellness sessions, panel discussion would be there, quiz and essay contest would be there, life guiding sessions by speakers, how to go for Sattvic Indian cooking, bhajan, kirtan and chanting, and question answer round, and experts are going to discuss about Ayurvedic Dincharya. And let's quickly come to our today's speaker. Today we have Srinivas Pulluri sir. He is a traditional teacher of Yoga Vedanta and Sanskrit, has been conducting value education activities in schools and colleges, as well as for yoga teacher training institutes. He is an avid speaker in Vedanta and yoga philosophy who has been traveling around the globe, shedding lights to many minds about yogic practices. He holds deep knowledge and understanding about yogic living and inspired thousands of students during his illustrated career as a yoga practitioner and teacher. And also he was a guest faculty at International Shivananda Yoga Vedanta Ashram in India and Thailand, also at other organizations in Japan and Russia. He has presented papers at yoga conferences and his articles were published in different magazines. He has also conducted workshops and seminars about yoga and Vedanta. he also conducts online classes on Vedanta and Yoga Sutras. Last but not the least, he is a lead trainer for year to 200 hours, 300 hours, and 500 hours of yoga teacher training programs. And today, I would welcome Srinivas sir for today's guest lecture. And his topic would be the pillars of yoga and Indian freedom movement. We welcome you, sir. Most welcome. Please continue, sir.
Thank you, Hina Sharma ji, for inviting me. And thank you, Dr. Vikas Chote ji, for approaching me and keeping in a trust in me that I am eligible to give a lecture on this global platform on the Global Yoga Festival time. I'm so happy with this, and the topic is what was suggested to me is Ahimsa and Satya and the freedom movement. Okay. So today, this year, we are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. And I congratulate all the participants from India as well as from other countries. Even though the celebration is Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav of India, but India is looked upon as a Vishwa Guru. So hence, when the India is getting the freedom, when India is celebrating the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, means it is a point of occasion as a global festival. Because India is looked as a Vishwa Guru and every country is looking it towards the India for the spirituality, and that country got the freedom 75 years ago. That means it is a freedom for every one of us. The only difference is the celebration what we are doing is a freedom from the Britishers. So we got the freedom from them. Now we are free. When you look at it from the spiritual point of view, what do you mean by freedom? So when we are looking for the freedom means we are not having the freedom now. Those who don't have, they will only look forward. Correct? And the another point, when I am trying to find the freedom, so freedom from what? Because this a platform is yoga platform, so I am bringing the yoga philosophy also here. Okay, so I would like to connect this Ahimsa and Satya with the Indian freedom movement at the same time yoga. So in the beginning I will be giving the bits and pieces, but at the end I will connect everything. Okay, so what is the freedom we are looking for? Are we really seeking the freedom, or are we seeking the freedom from insecurity? Please think about this question. Are we seeking the freedom, or are we seeking the freedom from insecurity? When I say that I am seeking the freedom means I am not having the freedom, that means I am having the insecurity. Those who are having the insecurity, they will only seek the freedom. Or those who are having the limitedness, they will only seek the freedom from the limitations. Those who are suffering, they will only seek the freedom from the suffering. Those who are having the limited knowledge, they will only seek that freedom from the limited knowledge so that they can get the ultimate knowledge. Those who are suffering with the bondage, they will only seek the freedom from the bondage. So now the freedom movement is started, not seeking the freedom, we are seeking the insecurity from the freedom. We are seeking the freedom from the bondage. We are seeking the freedom from the limitations. We are seeking the freedom from suffering. One freedom we got 75 years ago. Now we need to get the second freedom. What is that? The second freedom is a freedom from the insecurity, freedom from the suffering, freedom from the bondage. For this second freedom, The only solution, the yoga and the spirituality. That will be delivered, that will be given only the Vishwaguru, India, the Bharat. So hence, on the occasion of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, so let us work on towards to gain the freedom from the insecurity. In this journey, let us analyze the few points. Why am I insecure? When I am seeking the freedom from the insecurity, so we should find out why I am insecure. If I am not insecure, I don't seek the freedom. So if I am seeking the freedom from the insecurity, means the next question should be, why am I insecure? What is making me to feel the insecurity, the insecure? When we are not ready to accept our own nature, what we are, when we are trying to become a different, there comes the insecurity. If I am ready to accept how I looks, I need not to go for a beauty parlor. When I'm going to the beauty parlor means I am trying to project myself differently other than how I look. We are not talking about the right or wrong. We are not saying that you should not go to the beauty parlor. So those who are going to the beauty parlor, please continue. You should look very beautiful so that everyone can look at you, look at us, so they can smile, they can laugh. Otherwise, if we look at ugly people, won't look at us. But we are not talking about the right and wrong. I'm not saying going beauty parlor is wrong. No. I'm saying try to think why we are going to the beauty parlor. Because I want to project myself differently. I am not ready to accept what I am, hence I want to project it differently. I am not ready to accept who am I. I take differently. I think I am this body mind sense complex. Hence there comes the insecurity. Because the body is having the insecurity. Body feels the, if it is a cold, I feel so much cold. So I want to cover everything. If it is a too hot, oh my God, I feel too hot. Because I identified myself with this body mind sense complex. So whatever the sufferings the body is undergoing, so I take myself, I am suffering. That means I am identified with something which is not I, which is not me. Because of my wrong notions, because of my wrong identification with something else, that makes me feel insecure. So now, what is our goal? I need to establish in my own self. Tad drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam, Patanjali Yoga Sutra 3rd, tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam. I need to establish in my own self. That means I need to accept what I am. Who am I? For that, what I need to do? Patanjali Maharshi said, before giving the tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam, he says, yogaha chitta vritti nirodha. So whatever the thoughts comes in your mind, you are identified with those thoughts and you are thinking that you are that. Someone comes and says, hey, stupid, that's it, throughout the day. Oh my God, this fellow came and told me. So I think we are the stupid. When the teacher comes and says, you are the Tattvamasi, you are the great Brahman, no, we don't care. But if someone says idiot or stupid, that we are identified because of the samskaras and vrittis. Now, how can I restrain these vrittis? So Patanjali Maharshi given so many techniques, Abhyasa Vairagya, Kriya Yoga, Ishvara Pranidhana. And at the last, Patanjali Maharshi highlights the topic Ashtanga Yoga, so that all the impurities can be removed and Viveka Khyati takes place through the Ashtanga Yoga. So in the Ashtanga Yoga, the first limb is Ahimsa. Sorry, Yama. So within the Yama, Ahimsa and Satya, these are the two limbs comes. So our topic is today is Ahimsa and Satya in the freedom movement. So please look at the how the topic we are delivering, please observe. This is very, very important because the yoga as well as Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So now this ahimsa and satya are going to be helpful to me to remove my chitta vritti so that I will establish in my own self tadadrashtu swarupe avasthanam. So that means I am having the full freedom. Because I identified with my body mind sense complex. So when the something happens to the body, I take myself, I am in a pain. Something happens to the little toe. We'll go to the doctor. Doctor, I am in a pain, I am in a pain, I am in a problem. Hey, what happened to you? Is your whole body is in a pain? No, my not body. Only my leg is in a pain. Is the whole leg is in a pain? No, only one toe is pain. Is whole toe? No, one small scratch on the toe. So we identified ourselves and we are suffering. So that has to be removed. That is called seeking the freedom from the insecurity, because the body is having the insecure. Why body is having the insecure? Jatasya hi dhruvo mrutyuhu. Whatever is taken birth will die one day. And this body undergoes the different modifications. Asti, jayate, vardate, viparinamate, vinashyati. It is undergoing old age and all the sufferings. The body has to undergo. No doubt about it. Whoever is taken birth, even though you practice yoga, pranayama and everything, one day you have to die. Maybe the strength and the lifespan. Instead of the 100 years, you may die after 300 years. Example, Trilinga Swami. Okay, it's why I'm quoting Trilinga Swami. There are great Hatha Yoga practitioners. They stretched their lifespan, but they will die. So now our job is to establish in our own self. So for that, what is this ahimsa? What is this satya? Ahimsa and satya played a very important role in Indian freedom movement. The moment when you take ahimsa and satya, one name comes prominently in our mind is Mahatma Gandhi. And many people think there is some quotation also from Mahatma Gandhi that if someone slaps at your one cheek, you show the other cheek. And people talk, show another cheek. Only this much we know about Gandhiji said. But Gandhiji also said so many other things related to ahimsa that I would like to highlight on this occasion of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. There was an incident in the Uttar Pradesh during the Gandhiji's time. The village name is Bilai, Balia. Balia is a village, a small village among the group of the village during the Satyagraha time. And to that village, there are some Britishers. They went to that village, that Balia village, and they mishandled the women of the village. At that time, no one even protested in that village. When Gandhiji sent an investigation team, this is the reply they gave. They mean the villagers gave the reply to the investigation team sent by the Gandhiji. You know what is the reply he got? Gandhiji taught us non-violence, so we kept quiet. We didn't resist. This is the information received from the villagers by the investigation team and passed on to the Mahatma Gandhi. Now, my dear friends, please listen how the Gandhiji responded. We only know when someone slaps one cheek, you show the other cheek. But what Gandhiji said for this particular incident, it is a notable incident so that we know what is ahimsa reality. Now, I will quote from what Gandhiji said. Gandhiji said, I was ashamed to hear that statement. You could not protect the honor of your woman. In the name of non-violence, you behaved like a cowherd. Is that non-violence? I preach a non-violence of the courageous person, not of a coward. What is the non-violence? What is the ahimsa? In the name of ahimsa, we are allowing others to hurt us. What is ahimsa? Ahimsa is don't hurt others At the same time, won't allow others also to hurt you. That is called ahimsa. Every one of us, just to quote Gandhiji told, slap and one cheek, you show other cheek. If someone comes and kidnaps your daughter, would you like to offer your second daughter also? In the name of quotation of the Gandhiji? Because we have not studied the Gandhiji properly. We want the non-violence. At the same time, we don't entertain anyone to hurt us. That is called real non-violence. Here, I would like to quote a story told by Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa is explained so many wonderful stories. The one of the story goes in this way. There is a village, and the villagers every day, some people takes the cows and sheep outskirts of the village for grazing, and evening they will come back. These are regular routine. And at the outskirts of the village, from a little distance, there is a dangerous snake is living. Very poisonous snake, powerful cobra is living. Whoever goes in front of that hill in that path, this snake comes and bites that person will die. So these villagers are very scared. They don't go towards that direction. They will be far away distance, at least just for sake 1 kilometer. And these people are here. One day, one yogi like you all are the yoga teachers. So one day, a yogi like you passing from that village want to go to the next village, because you are conducting the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebration. You want to cover each and every village, because Gandhiji said Gram Swaraj. So you want to travel village to village, and it happened to you to travel from this village to the next village. The moment you are reached the outskirts, you are trying to go in that particular direction, particular path. All these people came runningly. Oh, my dear sir, please go, please don't go in this path. Why? There is a dangerous snake. If you go in this path, the snake will come, it will bite you, you will die. It happened several times. Several people are died. Hence, please don't go. And that yogi said, I studied the Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Not only studied, I practiced. I know all the siddhis, anima, garima, all the siddhis I know. You don't worry, I will take care myself. Not only I will take care myself, I will take care the snake also. This villager thought, go to hell, what can I do? Whatever we know, we told you. Because children don't know about the qualities of a yogi. They said, okay, you go whatever you want. Anyway, we told it is our dharma. So we told you do whatever you want. Children got scared not to go with him. But at the same time, children, these villagers want to see what is going to happen. So they are far away, but in a visibility distance they are maintaining. This person came, as usual, cobra, this snake, very angrily came out from the hill with the raised hood, went near this person to about to bite. This person used his siddhis. He stopped the snake, and he knows the language of the snake. So he had the dialogue with the snake. Then said, how long would you like to do all this non-violence and all this thing? He gave a nice lecture. Snake also listened very patiently. Then he said, I am going to initiate with the mantra. You keep chant this mantra, do the japa, so that next life you will have a better life. Snake also felt so happy. So when he is about to leave, he given some upadesha, some instruction to the snake. He said, now onwards, don't bite anyone. And he went away to the next village. From the distance, these children and villagers are watching. Snake didn't do anything to this person. So this person went away. So days are going on, weeks are going on. This snake is not harming, because this person went with healthy without getting any harm. Children also gained a little confidence. They also started slowly going near. One day 100 meters, second day 200, like that. A couple of weeks time, they reached the hill. But snake is not coming out with the harshly raising the hood and harming. Children thought this snake is changed. But you know, children are children, villagers are the villagers. People started taking the stones and hitting the snake. And the snake still it didn't do anything. One day, one naughty person took the stick, started beating the snake. Still, snake didn't do. And another day, one more naughty fellow, little strong fellow, went there, hold on the tail of the snake, lifted it up, or made into the rounds in the air, and hit it again and again to a big rock which is there. And this snake went and hit the rock, got damaged, got hurt. The blood came out from the mouth, and it almost dead. Not dead, almost dead. These children thought, people thought snake is died. At the night, during the night, snake came into conscious. Then bones are broken, very difficult to walk, but still worked very hard to reach its heel, and it went into the snake hill. From that time onwards, snake is not coming out during the daytime. It is only coming during the night time for its food. As fast forward the story, one day this yogi came from the other village to this village. These people went rushingly towards this yogi. You are so great, yogi. We don't know what you did. Yogi, this snake didn't bite you, it didn't do any harm. Now the snake is died. This yogi said, no, it will not die, because I told the snake, I will come and teach you some more practices. So it will be there. Then these children, as usual, thought, okay, this fellow is literally mad. So let us go. Why should we bother? Children went away. This yogi went near the snake hill, called the snake. Snake came very slowly and bowed down to the teacher, recognized the teacher's voice and bowed down. And teacher started inquiring, hey, my dear snake, how are you? I am wonderful. But you says you are wonderful, but your body looks that something damaged, you got some hurt. It became too much sattva. Then yogi asked again and again, remember what happened? Then this snake narrated everything, how the children came and beat it with the stones, with the stick, with everything explained. Then yogi said, are you fool? Why? I just followed your instructions, whatever you said. What I said? You told me don't bite anyone. Yes, I told you don't bite anyone, but I never told you don't hiss. The moment when you have been hissed at the people when they are throwing the stones at you, they would have stopped. In the name of ahimsa, you allowed them to hit you. Today is your condition is like this. I told you not to bite others, because if you bite, your poison will enter into their body, they will die. But I never told you don't hiss. See, my dear friends, in the name of ahimsa today, we are allowing the people to sit on our head and do the dance. You project the anger, you don't get angry. You should know how to protect yourself. At the same time, you should not hurt others. If someone is trying to hurt you, if you allow them to hurt you, that means you are encouraging the ahimsa. You may not hurting others, but you are allowing the others to hurt you. That is also comes under ahimsa. You are the cause, because you are allowing others to hurt you. So please understand what is ahimsa. Don't hurt others. Don't allow others to hurt you, so that you can do your spiritual practices properly. Otherwise, today you will not even get the place to practice your spiritual practices. You want to sit for the meditation, people take the advantage to disturb you. So you need to protect yourself. That is ahimsa. That is the thing we need to learn. That is the point comes under the yama. The next point, satya. Yes, speaking truth is excellent. We have to speak the truth, because if I ask you something, what I expect the truth from you. When you are asking me something, what you expect? Do you expect that I should, Srinivas will speak the lies to you? No, if you are expecting that lies from me, you won't ask me, correct? So hence, you will ask something from me that you are expecting the truth from me. The same way, when I ask you something, I expect the truth because that is our dharma. But at the same time, please understand, our scriptures says, Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat, satyam api apriyam na bruyat. Speak the truth, but that truth should be in the line of ahimsa, not hurting others. There is a person who cannot see, is a blind person. Can I call him, hey, blind man, come here? Is it looks good? Is it a priyam? I can say, hey, I am speaking the truth. He is blind, he cannot see. I can call him blind. Hey, blind, come here. No, because even though it is the truth, even though it is a satyam, but it is not the priyam. So hence it should be satyam bruyat, speak the truth, but it should be priyam bruyat. It should be in a pleasing. Then second line says, satyam api, even though it is the truth. Apriyam na bruyat, unpleasing things don't speak. Let us take one example. A person goes to the doctor diagnoses that person and comes to a conclusion that that person is not going to live more than 2 weeks or 3 weeks according to the doctor's understanding. Can doctor is going to say, come on patient, I have seen all your reports, you are going to die in 2 weeks. Chalo, next, come on. Have you heard any doctor saying? It won't allow the professional ethics. So doctor has to say, and in a pleasing way, in a relaxed way. Otherwise, what happens if you say you are going to die in the next 2 weeks, that person may die there itself with a heart attack. So there is a method, there is a methodology to present the topic. Even though you are speaking the truth, you should know how to present. In the name of the truth, don't feel that I am so great, I speak only the truth. I don't bother about the people who are suffering. I don't care with my truth. I am speaking the truth. You are not a great. In the name of truth, you are doing the himsa. Hence, in the yamas, in the code of conduct, ahimsa is given first. Hence, it is said, ahimso paramo dharmaha. Because if you speak the truth, that truth should be in the light of ahimsa. Our truth should not create the himsa. If you create the himsa, that is not going to be the paramo dharma. Ahimsa is the paramo dharma. At the same time, when we are discussing about this ahimsa and satya, what is the most important thing here? Dharma is important. As a doctor, if patient comes with some problem in the legs, if it is going to spread across the body, doctor will suggest to ampute the leg. Is amputing the leg is a himsa or not? It is a himsa. But when you look at from the dharma point of view, the doctor is protecting the person from the death, or at least extending the lifespan. So hence it is a dharma of the doctor. Even though cutting the leg is not coming under the himsa. If you are working in a military, if you are in a border, and if the militant is trying to hurt you, you kill them, you will get the Paramavira Chakra. They don't say, you know, I am practicing the yoga, I studied the Yoga Sutras, in my teacher told ahimsa has to be followed, so I don't fight with anyone, let the militant enter in my country, do whatever they want, but I will only sit, I am a Sakshi Baba, I am just witnessing attitude, I will only watch. That means you are going against the dharma. So my dear friends, more than the ahimsa, more than the satya, what is the most important is dharma. So when you do himsa or ahimsa, when you speak the truth or untruth, are you speaking, are speaking this thing, are you doing these things with in the interest of dharma or not? That is the most important. A military person, a soldier has to do the fight, has to do the war. It is the dharma of a kshatriya. That's what happened in the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna says, I want to run away from the battlefield. I want to run away from the battlefield. What Krishna told? He taught him dharma, not the himsa. He taught the dharma. So to protect the dharma, If you are speaking the untruth or if you are doing the himsa, that will be neutralized if the dharma is your interest. But if you are going against to this himsa and satya out of the selfish interest, not interested to protect the dharma, then that will create the sin. So there comes the vichakshana, viveka. The same soldier, if he comes to the village with the same gun, if he kills someone, he will be in a jail. But if he kills a militant, he will be awarded. But if he comes to the village and kills someone, he will be put in the jail. Same action. There also is killing, he is also is killing. There also the same gun, here also it is the same gun. But intention is different, attitude is different. That makes very importance in the spiritual growth in the yoga way of life. Otherwise, in the name of yoga, in the name of the spirituality, don't encourage the others to do the things which are against to our dharma. So to protecting the dharma is very, very important. Hence, dharmo rakshita rakshita. So in the freedom movement, yes, Satya played the role. In the freedom movement, Ahimsa played the very, very important role. But at the same time, I quoted you how the Gandhiji used to respond to the situation. Use the intellect, use the discrimination, use the viveka, so that whatever the freedom we are seeking, we will know that we are seeking the freedom from the insecurity, we are seeking the freedom from the suffering, we are seeking the freedom from the bondage. When we know that, so we can move towards the freedom movement. So then Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav will be the definitely, it's a big Mahotsav in our life. This is not only for the 1 year, it is for till end of our life. So with this, I conclude my speech. Thank you everyone for giving me this wonderful opportunity, especially for the Swasti Yoga and Vikas Choti and Hina Sharma ji, for everyone. One more time, मेरा आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव धन्यवाद. If you have any questions, 1-2 questions, I can take. Om.
Thank you so much, sir. It was really a very motivating session. And I think whatever the question was running in everyone's mind or in my mind, it has already been solved. A lot of things I was thinking about Ahimsa and Satya, like you have told that if a soldier will not fight on the front, so what will happen? So it is his dharma to fight. So we have, I think everybody would have these type of questions in their mind, which you have already cleared. However, one thing I always think, that if someone is doing wrong with us, being a yoga teacher, I have learned, already learned yam niyamas, so I know we don't have to, I mean, we should not say bad words or something like this. Ahimsa, not in, also not in our deeds or in our thoughts, it should not come. However, if someone would do wrong with us, or someone would do, I mean, not at a tremendous level, but slightly, so how would we react? I mean, for some people, they say you should do whatever they are doing to you. I mean, we should also be like them. So, you know, जैसे को तैसा, ऐसा होना चाहिए. But being a yoga teacher, we cannot, I mean, I cannot do like that. It's not my nature. So how can we react on that situation?
So at that particular situation, this we cannot make a general statement, because if someone is coming to the yoga and trying to do something in a different way, instead of don't jump into the conclusion, number one. So try to find out what making that person to behave like this, what could be the reason. So once if you can able to address the reason, don't address the person, address the reason why that person is behaving like that, so that you can change that person. But only thing, it will take some time. But at the same time, if that person is trying to hurt you intentionally or without any intention, But first step, you need to protect yourself. That's what just now I explained. In the name of ahimsa, don't allow others to hurt you. At the same time, I am a teacher, he is my student. It is my dharma to help the student to come out from this problem. So for that, we need to find out the cause for that person to behave like that. Address the cause, effect will taken care by itself. I'll give one example. There's one person, whoever is walking in the street, taking the stones and hitting. And one person got hurt. There is a big iron rod. He took that iron rod, is about to hit that person. At that particular time, someone comes from the house to out and tells, please stop, don't hit him. You know, today morning, that person's parent met with an accident. Both of them died. From that time, he got shocked. He's behaving like this. Otherwise, this fellow is an intelligent person. When you hear this news, even though you are bleeding from your head and you are having the iron rod in your hand to hit, are you going to still hit him? Automatically, upeksha takes place. Maitri karuna mudita Maitri karuna mudita upeksha. Sorry, what is it? Maitri karuna mudita upekshanam sukha dukkha punya apunya vishayanam bhavanataha chitta prasadana. So in your case, apply the sutra number 33 from the first chapter Patanjali Yoga Sutras.
Right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Beautifully you have answered. So one more thing, sir. If it is a soldier's dharma to protect our country, to kill our enemies, I mean, it's a very big thing. We are very small person in front of them. I mean, what if a mosquito bites us and we are killing the mosquito?
So that time you think you are giving the moksha to the mosquito from that body. So it is created opportunity for the mosquito to change the body. How long it will suffer in the mosquito's body?
Okay, great, sir.
And
okay,
after
sir,
killing,
you
you
so
chant Om Trayambakam. So you will not have any guilty feeling in you that I am killing the mosquitoes. Otherwise, that's what I told. If you allow the mosquitoes to suck your blood, there are possibility to get the dengue disease, and there are so many other diseases. Before the corona, there was a data. How many people are dying in the world, like year-wise, and with what causes? The highest percentage of the people are died because of the mosquitoes. So it is your attitude. If you are ready to give some blood donation, absolutely fine, you can give it. If you know that this mosquito is a good mosquito, don't have any virus in it, so that it is not going to inject in me. So if you are so kind, you do some blood donation. Otherwise, you give the moksha to it.
right, sir. Thank you, sir. I would request if anyone else have any such type of question or any wise questions also, you can come at front and you can ask, sir. It's a very good platform you have.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, Srinivas ji. Thank you so much. I am going to remember one of your quotes lifelong about the definition of ahimsa is not hurting others, but also making sure that others don't hurt you.
Thank you.
And just coincidence, I mean, I'm glad that I gave a right answer. We have frequent, school shootings, okay, where, a criminal mindset, will come to the school and start shooting at, the innocent children left and right. And I had that conversation with my daughter. I said,
Okay.
if you see shootings happening, and if you see, cop, police, is trying to protect the children, in the event, the police gets hurt, and there is a gun, sitting next to the injured cop, or police, and cannot use it, what will you do? Will you pick up the gun and, protect the children, or, you will stand idle? But just to let you know that I had that conversation, and there comes the question of dharma and adharma. Yeah, dharma would be pick up the gun. You never killed anyone, but this is the cause, for the dharma where you pick up the gun, and that will be your, the first duty. So thank you so much. I think, really, I would say again, a thought provoking, but that could connect the dots nicely, between Satya, Ahimsa, and Dharma. So thank you so
I
much.
think one important reason, what happens with the practice of ahimsa, those who have been be told about the idea of ahimsa in a way which sir talked about, you have to show your other cheek. They get this guilt conscious. If, for example, Hinaji said, what if I hit the mosquito and I kill it? So when I kill, I get this kind of guilt consciousness that I have killed someone, and this is a kind of a sin. So in this scenario, I also remember about Oppenheimer, J.W. Oppenheimer, who is considered to be the father of atomic bomb. And he literally went into depression. But at the end, when he gave a press conference, he said that all these months, I would have gone into, I would have committed suicide had it not been I acquainted with Bhagavad Gita. And he was a person, a physicist and a scientist who had Bhagavad Gita at the tip of his tongue. And he chanted the sutra, so the mantras from Bhagavad Gita, and said it were these shlokas from the Bhagavad Gita that actually helped me survive and made me realize that in the situation which was created, me inventing this bomb was my dharma. How it should be used was nothing to do with me. So if these bombs were dropped on Japan, people died, I am not directly responsible. I am just a small part of some big system. So I think all these are scriptures really help us to give this kind of light, this vision. And another important, beautiful thing came to my mind. Every time we do the dog pose, I think we can learn the same thing what you talked about from the dog. Yeah, those who have the pets, yeah. The dog always has this feature. It says that if you can bark and keep people away, yeah, why to bite? So you can learn from the dogs. And that's something which is, these two things were the take-home message which I got from you, sir. And from all the family of Swasti Yoga, I would like everyone to unmute and give a big round of applause.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, great. I would request Hina ji to continue with the program.
Sir, thank you, sir. It's very great to hear such a beautiful thoughts which everyone is sharing with us. Really motivating, and we have a lot of messages to who are giving saying thank you to Srinivas sir for this beautiful session. Last time I am requesting if anyone have any question, you can come at front and you can ask, or you can type it in the chat. Otherwise, we are going to end the session. Amazing session. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
before we
everyone.
end, I would just love to share a very beautiful initiative taken by Srinivas sir and his team. So we can just watch the video and then we can end this particular session. Yeah.
Om Amma. Know the basics of Sanatana Dharma. Today's topic: what is the uniqueness of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam? Episode 28 by Chandrasekhar J. Dear friends, today we are becoming the remote citizens of global village. World has come closer today. Certainly, yes, no doubt of it. But as individuals, we are drifting apart. As humans, we have become remote. When family members chat across the world, families are breaking away, dear friends. Gadgets and virtual reality have become the reality of the world. When neighbors are strangers and Facebook unseen chatters are becoming friends. 21st century world is so close, yet so far, much far. Technology, instead of bringing us together and bridging the gaps, it has created a huge lacuna, a very big carter in basic human relationships and human minds. Dear friends, that's the reason why we have become remote citizens of this global village. In this context, we should understand the significance of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which was propagated by our sages when there were no communications. They are feeling that the whole world is one family is the greatest ideal before us that we should reach. This is the greatness of Sanatana Dharma, dear friends. Now, this mantra is there in Maha Upanishad in chapter 6, 72nd mantra. In the Maha Upanishad is a Samaveda tradition. Ayam Bandur Yam Neti Ganana Laguchetasam Udara Chiritam tu Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. This is what the verse goes. This person is mine. That person is not mine, is said by the narrow-minded people. For those whose conduct is noble, the whole world is one unit, one family. This is the greatest statement that is coming from our ancestors, and we should be proud about it. This is not an isolated statement. In the entire Upanishad literature, we can find oneness vision. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. This is one beautiful statement. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Everything is pervaded by the divine consciousness. This oneness feelings, loka samstaha sukhino bhavantu. These kind of feelings, these kind of good ideals have been placed before us by the sages of Sanatana Dharma, dear friends. Now, Swami Vivekananda, in his Chicago addresses, has beautifully really articulated the concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Let us hear to what he has said. I am proud to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. We believe not only in universal tolerance, but we accept all religions as true. I am proud to belong to a nation which has sheltered the persecuted and refugees of all religions and all nations of the earth. I'm proud to tell you that we have gathered in our bosom the purest remnant of Israelis who came to southern India and took refuge with us in the very year in which their holy temple was shattered to pieces by Roman tyranny. I'm proud to belong to the religion which has sheltered and is still fostering the remnant of grand Zoroastrian nation. This was India. This was the land of Sanatana Dharma before invasions. This was how the concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam was thus wonderfully expressed by Swami Vivekananda in Chicago addresses 100 years ago. Friends, this Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam has been designed in a wonderful way by our sages. It is about the gradual evolution of an individual becoming universal in mind. This is the aim of Sanatana Dharma. An individual becomes one with the family. As he grows one with the family, slowly he becomes one with the community, that is Kutumbam. First Kutumbam, then Kulam. After the Kulam, then slowly he expands his vision and becomes Vasudhaiva Kutumbam, the universal family. This evolution has been designed by our sages ages ago. And this is a gradual evolution, dear friends. That's why Swami Vivekananda says, expansion is life, contraction is death. Our sages visualized that we should expand in our mind and heart. As we get the universal vision, this Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is possible. That is the ideal placed before us to achieve. Now, to achieve this, they have given the practical steps. The practical steps that one should follow. Our rishis have gifted us with this eternal system for step-by-step evolution of becoming universal in our perspective and personality. What are those? The edifice of Sanatana Dharma stands on these four aspects, dear friends, which we have already discussed. One is Purusharthas. So start with Dharma, acquire wealth, then satisfy desires, and finally reach moksha. When you reach moksha, then you are a Jivan Mukta. For you, the whole world is nothing but God. You see everything as God. You feel oneness with the whole creation. This is the state of moksha, which has been repeatedly told in our literature. Now we have Varna Dharma and we have Ashrama Dharma. Varna Dharma is not based on birth, but based on karma and guna, which we have discussed. Brahmana is the highest ideal. Anybody can obtain the Brahmana state. When you obtain the Brahmana state, that is, you should be selfless and you should work for the whole world. You should live for the whole world. You should be very self-restrained in your behavior. This is the ideal placed before Brahmana. This is where the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam comes. Now, Ashrama Dharma. It starts with the student life, then it is about the married life, then leaving everything and become a vanaprasthi, and then finally sannyasa. Sannyasa means your whole world is your family. You cannot stay at one place because you belong to the world. You belong to the creation. You are not separate from the creation. This is the concept. This is the ideal that has been placed before us. And dear friends, Panchamahayajnas. Then you have to worship daily the whole gods which you owe to. You have to express your gratitude through your worship to your Pitrus who have given you this body, who have given you this samskar. You have to worship the Rishis who have given you the jnana, who has given you the knowledge, the teachers, Atidhi, the whole humanity, the guests. We have to worship them, we have to serve them. And Bhuta. Bhuta Yajna means we have to, serve all the living beings. So dear friends, this is how the whole four aspects of the Sanatana Dharma have been interwoven, and family as a center, it has beautifully developed. That is the reason why millions of years, thousands of years, or whatever years you give, it is still standing, it is still living, it is still fresh. That's why it is called as Sanatana Dharma, the eternal Dharma. So dear friends, this is the greatness of our culture. This is the greatness of our Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, having the highest ideals before us. Now dear friends, we have a concept of Mahatmas, the saints. India is a land of Mahatmas. There are thousands and thousands of Mahatmas. So many great souls who have lived on this earth. Every soul, every great Mahatma was universal in their vision. They identified with the creation. With the crawling ant, they identified. With the great mountain, they identified. This is their strength of the mind. Considers every being as a reflection of the self. These are Mahatmas. Now we are Alpatmas, limited in our perspective, identified with our body and mind, I and mind. Ahankara and Mamakara, Deham and Manas, we have identified ourselves. That's why we are Alpatma. We are limited in our vision. Whereas Mahatma is universal in his vision. For him, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is the reality. He is living that. There are thousands of Mahatmas, saints who walked on this land, the great Bharat, and they are the living examples of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. It has to be achieved by an individual. It is a perspective of an individual that he will rise to the state where he considers the whole world as his family, dear friends. Now,
so in this way, you can you got a glimpse of the activities what Srinivas ji and their team are doing. So if you want to see many such videos, they have taken this initiative where they are going to have such kind of 108 videos, which would be talking about our Sanatan Dharma and our legacy, our philosophy. So we would be sharing their channel, and I would encourage you all to go to watch it on the YouTube, like, subscribe, and also share it to your friends and family members. I do understand that everybody is a little impatient because of the IPL, this 2020 also, Bankim ji, I do know. It's very challenging. But definitely, Srinivas ji, if you want to share something more about it, please.
Gurudev, can I say something?
Yeah, please.
Okay, this is again from the bottom of my heart,
Yeah.
yes, I think you were mentioning about that cricket match, right? But let me tell you from the bottom of my heart, I we say Shreya and prayer, right? Okay. So, having this, attending this is Shreya for me, and that could be the prayer, but I choose Shreya over prayer.
Wow, good. We are blessed to have all our wonderful family members around us who really are so sattvic and so beautiful souls. Definitely, Srinivas ji, you might be agreeing with this. Yeah. So, yeah. Hina ji, you want to take things ahead?
Yeah. Thank you so much for one more time for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Hope to see you all again and again. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was our pleasure to have you and have this type of wonderful session. Like, we are overwhelmed with your session. Last but not the least, I would like to share our next session details. On 30th of October, that is on next weekend, we have our student Poonam Sable, and her topic would be Mudras in Daily Life. So do join this session at 6 p.m. on Zoom, the same platform, and we are also live on Facebook and Instagram. You can also check our videos on YouTube. Do watch these videos and share the link with other family members or your known. We are going to end the session with the peace prayer. I would request you all to please sit straight, keeping your palms together, eyes closed. We are going to chant Shanti Mantra. Take a deep breath. Sahana bhavatu, sahano bhunaktu, sah viryam karvavahai, tejasvinavadhitamastu, ma vidvisharvahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently rub your palms. Place them on your eyes. Slowly open your eyes from darkness to lightness. Thank you.